that. There you go. And I think everybody's in that's going to be here. So hi, everybody. Welcome to Tech Labs 2023. Is that the right year? Yeah. I'm kind of confused. Anyway, this is our winter Tech Labs. We haven't done it in a little while. I'm very excited to be here. Pam Duran, who is our library tech guru, and I'm going to give you a little bio. Pam, please just, don't hold me to it. It's very short and brief, but Pam is an education technology specialist, and she works through the Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES, right? Am I right about that? She specializes in technology training programs like this one, as well as other technology training and courses at schools. And right now you are at one school or a series BOCES program?
I'm at BOCES, but I'm in their model schools program, so I support 18 of the districts down there, and I'm also a doctoral student. So I've been a lot of.
She is our tech guru, and we love her. And a little known fact that nobody knows about Pam, and I just found out that she's a black belt in Taekwondo.
This is true.
This is a true fact about Pam Duran. Anyway, so Pam, if you have anything else you want to say about yourself, about what you're doing, what we're doing here today, obviously we're going to be talking about photo management and sharing and synchronizing your photos, and take it away, Pam.
You got it. So I'm going to do a quick poll. We're going to use the chat, and that's down at the bottom of the screen, or on your phone, you'll see the chat icon. And I just want you to put in whether or not your device you're here to talk about is an iPhone, an Android, or something else. So just put that in there so I can do a quick poll, because that'll help me tailor how I'm going to plan this out. So I got a lot of iPhones. I figured that was going to be number one. MacBooks, iPads, iPhones. iPads and iPhones are going to be a lot the same. I saw one Android go by. I saw a couple laptops. Okay, Android, iPad, and laptop. Go, Teresa. Okay, iPhones. Okay, thank you everyone for letting me know. And MacBook too, iPhone and laptop. Okay, very good. So the way I'm going to structure this is majority of reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're here is because you have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos on your phones, on your computers, and it's overwhelming, it's intense, you don't know what to do, and when it comes time to buy a new device or get an update, they say you don't have enough room. So that's usually the reason why people come to this class. So what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to give you my very favorite way of managing my photos and my storage, which is using Amazon Photos. And this works for the Android, the iOS, and any laptops. And that includes Macs, PCs. And I'm going to start off with that one because it covers everybody. It's going to touch everyone. You can all use this. Then I'm going to go on to iPhones and give you some tips on how to manage the iPhones. And then I will finalize with Androids and desktops. So at any point when we're talking, if I've completed your section and like you don't have a PC or you don't care about an Android, I won't feel bad if you decide to end early and go. It's okay. You're not going to be insulted. You can just put a quick bye in the chat, whatever you need to do. I won't feel bad about that. Right, because I want you all to have what you need. And I'm just going to mute all. There's a little bounce somewhere. I don't know if it was mine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off, again, my favorite way to, I'm just going to mute a few more people here. I'm just going to mute you. I'm going to show you my favorite way to manage my storage. And I just went on a cruise to the Caribbean with my parents, and I haven't seen my mom in a year. So as you can imagine, I took lots and lots of photos. And I do like to take lots and lots of photos. Now, the first way to manage your photos is to be conscious about your photo taking. So if you're taking a picture of like a shopping list or something that's disposable and something that you don't care about, after tonight, really think about going back into your storage, go into your phone and deleting that picture. And I'll show you how to delete the picture. Because the more you're conscious about how you're collecting your photos, the less of this is going to be an issue. The other thing I want to tell you is I'm going to show you tips, I'm going to show you tricks on how to manage your photos, manage your storage. However, everything I'm going to teach you tonight, you got to picture yourself, okay, I'm going to do Pam's instructions on a sunny afternoon, snow's falling down, you have a cup of tea, because this is going to take a few hours for you to go through it. And your computers and your phones will not whip through this quickly, especially if you have 1,000 photos. So when I show you how to look for duplicates, just know that your phone may be unoccupied, unusable for like, a few hours. So if you're expecting important phone calls or you don't want to be apart from your phone for a few hours, some of these things you might not want to do tonight. You might want to wait, like finding duplicates. Click that button when you go to bed. In the morning, check what the results are. Okay, does that make sense? Because I don't want anyone to do any of these things and then miss an important phone call from a doctor or a family member. So just know that I'm showing you the tools, but really don't push any of the buttons until you have like that moment with a cup of tea. Okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you, and so you don't have to write down any notes, in the chat, I'm going to put a link, and we'll include this link in a follow-up email. It's how to use Amazon Photos. Now, if you're an Amazon Prime member, and I'm going to share my screen so you can see this here. This here is the link that I just sent you, how to use Amazon Photos. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you have unlimited photo storage as part of your membership. And they have for your phones, whether it's an Android or whether it's an iPhone, or if it's a PC and you're using your browsers, you can upload all your photos to Amazon Photos. It's secure. It's behind your Amazon account and your password. And once you do that, you're free to delete those items from your device. So it's free to use this. And this link that I just showed you has exactly step-by-step what you need to do to put these on Amazon Photos. And I'm going to show you a demonstration with my phone. So let me stop sharing this. And I'm going to share my phone next, so you can see what it looks like on my phone. Now, Beth will be monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. And then I will stop from time to time and I will answer your questions. So here, let me just get my phone up, share screen. Here we go, share, Microsoft. And Vanilla. Okay. Okay, my phone should show up in just a second. Okay, my phone. Do you see my phone or no? Not yet, right?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah, oh, there it is in the middle. Okay, so here on my phone, I have Amazon Photos. This is the app, and the app will look exactly like this on your phone as well. And I have it, I do speak Spanish, so sorry, my phone is in Spanish. Here I have all of my pictures from my vacation that as soon as I took them and I got on Wi-Fi, they automatically got uploaded up to my phone. So here, if I scroll, you'll see I could see yesterday's photos. I have here's a lovely picture of my mother enjoying her food on the cruise. So I'm using my phone, just like if I wanted to show pictures on my phone, they're still here. I'm just using the Amazon app to show all the lovely food that we had on our cruise. Once these are up on Amazon Photos, I can delete them off my phone and free up space. So they're already there. Now with Amazon Photos, in that link that I gave you, it tells you exactly how to install this app on your phone or how to use it. And I was just going to do a quick switch in my language here. So it's switch this to English for you guys.
Pam, while you're switching around, Joanne asked if she is not an Amazon Prime member, and I think some people are not. And I think I just mentioned, you know, if you had said if some of these things don't apply to you, then you know, you're going to have to wait till something does. But you can join Amazon Prime. So I think you can join Amazon for free. I'm not sure, but
well, you can use Amazon Photos for free you have a limited amount of photos at that point.
But do you have to have an Amazon Prime membership?
You don't have to have a membership to use Photos, but if you want the unlimited phone storage, photo storage, you have to be a Prime member. There's also the option of Google Photos, and it works the same way, but they do charge after a certain amount of time. So it's after a certain amount. So I prefer the Amazon Prime for that. And if you order from Amazon, I mean, the photo storage alone, if you consider how much it costs to get a bigger phone with more space in it, or if you're paying iCloud for your subscription, in the long run, it is a little cheaper. There are other options. If you're someone who objects to the company of Amazon, I do respect that. I will have an email available at the end of this, or if you drop off sooner, in the email, the follow-up email there, and I will help guide you into other solutions that you can use. But for me, this is the cheapest and the easiest because I do find that the majority of people do have Amazon Prime, but I will help you if you're not a fan of the company.
What if you decide to drop off from Prime and your membership? What happens to the photos? Or what
They
happens?
will let you know, and they'll give you 30 days to download all of your photos to a new source, so to download onto your computer if you wanted to. So it is a way, you know, it's a marketing scheme. You know, they do have the space to give you all of this storage space on here, but they do want you to stay as an Amazon Prime member. Well, iCloud also doesn't tell you the different ways to find duplicates and manage your storage either, because they want you to keep buying more space. All right. So here with Amazon Photos, I could see that my picture of lettuce is just arrived, and that was something I took tonight. So now I can go into my photo gallery and I can delete that comfortably. And I've deleted my picture of lettuce off of my phone. But if I go back to my photos, my lettuce is still there. So I've just opened up space on my phone, but I haven't lost the pictures. And I still have the ability to take out my phone and say, hey, you want to see my cruise pictures? I'm just going to the Amazon Photos app instead of going to the gallery on my phone. And I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to look at some of the questions that are here.
Some good ones that you can answer better than I.
Okay. Okay, so let me go here. Let's see. Okay, so when I answered Joanne's question, it says, I've used Google Drive in the way Pam's describing. I believe it's true. Once a photo is on Google Drive, it can delete it from your devices. Exactly right, Adelia. That is exact, and that's the same, this reason for using either of those. And I do believe I'm right that they will, Amazon Photos will charge you. They used to make it unlimited, but now they will charge after a certain amount of gig or some bytes there. And thumb drives, yes, I will talk about thumb drives when I get to the, excuse me, the portion where we get to, let's move this over here so I'm looking at you guys. When I get to the PC portion. And I'll cover exactly how to know which ones to buy. Okay. So here we have a serious photographer, Jude, asking a question. Important to me is how to keep all photos in original shot code What I'll need to do is save two types. Does Amazon save the photos? In other words, can you please, deleting stuff's appropriate for those who need to keep archives professionally stored film and photo files. Okay. That's okay. That's a really, really good question, Jude. Rather than, because we only have an hour, I want to help you offline one-to-one on this one, because you do have very deep questions on that one. So when you get the email, feel free to get in touch with me and we will figure out the best way for archival ones. Because if you're looking to do like high resolution photography and that kind of stuff, it's a little, you're going a little deeper than the average, you know, taking some pictures of my family or my dog when he's doing something cute. So that's, you know, professional quality archiving is different and probably not a free solution for you for cloud backup. Okay. But we'll get together like another night and cover that. I promise. All right. We covered what do you decide to derive for your membership. You do have 30 days to get your membership, you know, take your photos off there. Let's see. I normally use image capture and back up my hard drive before removing from my phone. Yep, Jude, that's you're on the right track. Yes, you can download to the super drive. So what I do as an additional backup is when everything goes up to Amazon Photos, I can go to the website photos.amazon.com. So instead of www, I'm doing photos.amazon.com. And from there, I can download everything that's been uploaded to the cloud right to my computer. And then I can put it on a USB. I can put it anywhere that I need to as an offline or a computer storage. So just to make things easier, because I'm not always looking at my phone going, did I save this yet? Did I put it on my cloud? I can't remember. Oh God, I better not delete it because I can't remember. Having Amazon Photos, as soon as I take a picture, bloop, goes right up to the cloud and it's safe. So I know every single photo on my phone has been backed up. So that's, and then when I just go to Amazon Photos, I can just download them all. Can only one member of the family with Amazon use the photo storage? That's a great question. When you sign up for the Amazon Photos app, you will use their Amazon login for that. So if you have a whole bunch of family members and 4 different phones, like me and my husband, I have the Prime account, he doesn't. But his Amazon Photos, when he signs up for that app and they say, what's your Amazon account? He puts my email address in and my password, and the photo storage works. However, he can't buy anything. Just if I put in that password, he can't then go over to Amazon because he's got my password on the photos and like buy like an electric scooter or something crazy like that. And I get a bill and say, whoa, where'd this come from? So yes, you can use the Prime login within a family, but you have to use the Amazon Prime owner's email address when you sign up and you log in. All right, and again, that link that we have in the chat, we're sending back, will walk you through step by step how to do the Amazon Photos. Tonight we have an hour, so we're going to do some highlights of all the different ways that you can manage your storage. And from that highlights, you're more than welcome to email me, talk to me, and get back to me when you want to go a little deeper into one, because I'm trying to find which avenue is perfect for that person, and then we'll have a relationship after this where I'll help you figure out the rest. All right, so take a deep breath. You're doing great. Okay, so next, I'm going to go into iPhones. Now, with iPhones, some of the items that I'm going to show you on my iPad, which is the same iOS or that we have on a phone, an iPad, they have similar controls. If you see something on my iPad that doesn't match your device, it's probably because you haven't updated your iPad to the latest version. So if you need help updating your iPad. Again, when you get the email later, just, hey, Pam, this was great. I want to be able to find duplicates easily. How can I do that? And I haven't been able to update my iPad. I'll help you. I'll show you how you can do that. Okay, so let me just get to my screen here. And let me start broadcasting. So the next thing you should see will be my iPad. Okay. Okay, so let me just move this over here. So this is my iPad. And it's going to look a lot like your phones. And I'm going to go to my photos. So these are my photos on my iPad. There's not a lot on here because I do have Amazon Photos installed on this as well as my iPad, and I've been setting things up. And I'm going to look here. These are it's open to my albums page. Now, if I have 94 little items here, and I'm going to look at it, you see I have a lot of pictures of pages of books here that I've been working with. I have a couple photographs. Let me go back. With albums, if I wanted to create an album where I can sort my pictures and organize them, there's a little blue plus sign up over here. If I click that plus sign, it gives me the option to create an album. And I'm going to call this book pages. Now that I've created this, I'm going to press and hold on top of an item here to select it. Then I'm going to select some more. Select this one. I'm going to select this one. I'm pressing holding. I can select. All right. So now if I wanted to, I could pick all of those pages, but I'm not going to take too much time with that. Now up to the top right, I have a word that says add. If I touch add, you'll see now I have an album, and in that album are those pages. So if you have an album called dog, you could sort your photos into these different albums to make it easier. Now I'm going to go back here a second. Now next to the plus sign, to the left is this little box. This is the magic box to help you organize your storage and your life with your phones or your iPads. If I touch that, you'll see that I now have all of these search items that I have here. And if I go to utilities, I'll see I have recently deleted. I could scroll down, I could see my albums. And if I go to recently deleted, it asks me to log in to see that. And then I'm going to just push there. And I have one item I've recently deleted. When you delete items from your iPad or your iPhone and you look at it and you're like, I just spent all this time deleting and nothing's changed. I still don't have enough storage. That's because they've hidden this little area where it's like a second place where you can finally clear out all of your. So if I hit select on that was over here, let me hit cancel here a second. So you see it up here to the top right, we have this something called select. If I hit select, now at the bottom, I have delete all. If I touch delete all, it'll ask me one more time, are you sure you want to do this? Hit delete. Now everything that I've deleted, all those photos I've deleted have been completely wiped off of my device, and a bunch of storage has just opened up for me. I'm going to go back now up here to the square, and under, you can see utilities has disappeared now. But in utilities, now don't touch this one because it'll take a long time. I don't have any duplicate photos, but you should see a button that says find duplicates. And I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at you and talk to you guys about this. So with that find duplicates, when you click that, it's going to go through all your photos. And, you know, sometimes you messenger, you send it in Messenger, you sent it on Instagram, you sent it into all these different socials, Facebook, whatever. It ends up creating more little folders. So you end up having like 4 copies of the same photo on your thing. And you're like, why do I have this always here? That button combs through all of your photos and identifies ones that are completely duplicate. If you have thousands and thousands of photos on your iPhone, this is the button. When you click it, it's going to say, you can't use your phone for a while. I'm busy, I'm working. Come see me in the morning. This is the one you want to wait until evening to click. In the morning, you'll get a list saying, hey, we've identified 100, 200, 300 duplicates on your phone. And it'll show you the list. And you'll see all those photos, just as one photo. And it'll ask you, hey, are you ready to keep only 1 copy of this photo and delete the duplicates? And if you say yes, it'll go, and it will get rid of the duplicates on your phone.
Pam, can you find, sorry, someone asked if you can show again where to find that duplicate button, please.
Well, I have to make a duplicate photo because I don't have any duplicates on my phone.
Is that only on the iPad or is it on the iPhone as well?
On both of them. And if you don't see it, either you don't have any duplicates, you've been very good, or you have to upgrade your phone to the latest version, because the find duplicates version is something of the latest version of an iOS or the operating system.
Huh.
So when you hear, you know, they always say, oh, I don't want to do my updates. It takes up a lot of room, takes up a lot of space. Usually updates on an iPad or a phone takes up the tiniest of space, maybe the amount of 1 photograph. And the stuff you get from that tiny little update, like finding duplicates, is so valuable and so great for your life. So I always recommend whenever your phone gets, can you want to do the update? Don't ignore it. Do it. Really do it. Because not only does it make your phone safer, and we talk about cybersecurity in other sessions, it also will help you find these things. Okay. Now, the difference between a folder and an album is a folder is something that you can compress and send. So if you wanted to send like 6 or 7 photos to a person, you can, the folder will allow you to easily do it. Where an album, you're kind of sending a link to something that's up in the cloud, but a folder actually sends the physical file. Good question, Adelia. Is the iPhone SE able to update to the latest updates? Good question. I'd have to check that one for you. Typically, if you go on Google and you say, what is the latest iOS, it'll give you the number. They say 17.6, 17.8, 18. And then you put your model number in and it'll tell you exactly the highest you can go. So if you have an older phone, you can't always go to the highest. And there we go. So I'm going to go back into here and let me just share my screen again here on my iPad screen. Start broadcast. I'll bring this back up. Takes a moment for it to just start broadcasting. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my photos. So now that you've gone through and you've done that duplicates, cleaning your duplicates, remember you have to go into your recently deleted and do that second part to completely delete it and to get it completely off of your phone. So after you find your duplicates, the next thing to do is go to utilities, and right here, media types, shared albums, my albums. Utilities is here. If you see utilities, that means it has items there that recommends some cleanup. Okay. Now, another way to help you sort your items, if I go to my photos and I select people, what this does is it scans my people that are found in my on my phone, and it'll take a little bit, especially if you have thousands and thousands, and it'll automatically put them into albums for you. So it does photo recognition. So eventually it'll put all my mom's pictures in one spot where she appears in, all your pets photos in different areas, you know, and I'm not going to have it go through all of my family here and take all that time, but it will find them and sort them automatically. So then you may find, after doing a people search, that maybe at your favorite restaurant, you've got 19 pictures of your waiter, who's a nice guy, but you really don't need him taking up space on your phone. So it's an easy way to identify things that you want to possibly delete. Same thing with places. It will put your photos on a grid for you and show you where they were taken and the photos were taken. So if you happen to snap a picture, maybe somewhere in Chicago and O'Hare, you know, of the menu because you couldn't read it and you wanted to zoom in and pinch and zoom the menu, you could find things there that you can clean out. So that will put all of your photos on a map showing the location of where they were taken. At the top, you can also switch it to a grid if that's easier than having it on a map. And it'll just give you a list of the places instead of a map. So this is Ocala, Florida, and this is our lovely Hillsdale, New York. So again, if you find, that's a way you can kind of manage as you're trying to decide, what do I want to delete? What do I want to keep? Using these items here, like people, places, will help you. Now, another item that they have, and I'm going to go back, if I want to see all my pictures again, back to library at the top. This shows all of my pictures. Here's my years of pictures, or all of my photos, which is at the top right here. There's all my photos, so I can swap through there. If I decide I really like this picture, and whenever I meet someone, I'm like, oh, I love this picture of my dog. I love this picture of my family. I love this picture. And then I want to show it. And then I open up my phone and I'm like, scrolling. No, oh, shoot, where was it? Scroll. If you've ever found yourself in that spot, on iPhone, if this is a picture you're going to show a lot, there's a heart up to the top right here. See that heart? If I touch that heart so it colors in, I've just created another album, and I'm going to go here to my superpower box over here. And I'm going to go to favorites. You see the picture of the heart? Now it appears in my favorites. So if you have photos that you use all the time, or like if you've taken a photo of a vaccine card or something that you want to be able to find quickly and not have to search, putting that heart will put all of your favorites in one spot and make it easy for you to find on your phone instead of scrolling through thousands and thousands. Okay. So next, I'm going to go here to search. And on the side here where it says search, I can actually search for items. And you can see I haven't put any of these labels here. It decided to label this picture drawn by a student as art, as vehicles, as babies, forests, cars. So you will be able to sort your items there and see your items. So here, this was when we were camping in the Adirondacks. It's a picture of my car. Vehicles is camper air. And baby, I think this is actually a baby picture of my husband. Yes, he was a very cute little guy. So it will help you sort and find things. So if you're trying to find that picture of your grandchild, or that pictures from Florida, your vacation pictures, and you're trying to put things in albums, using that will also help you go through your photos. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing here a second. Okay. Now there's a question here, will the photo still be in your library after you put it in people and places and favorites? Yes, that's a great question. Your photo, when you're adding it to those different places, what it's really doing is just putting a label or a tag on it. So your photo stays in your library. It just creates like a directional marker or a bookmark to help you find it. So if I have a picture of a car that was located in Florida with my dog peeking out of the window, that one photo will be tagged with those 3 different labels, and I can find it from 3 different directions that are intelligent and make it easy to locate. So, but you still only have just that one photo. So you haven't moved it from, by tagging it or adding the category of dog, it hasn't now left the car folder or any other albums that you created. This is like categorizing with.
Can you repeat that again, please, Pam? Sorry.
Sure. So if I have that picture of, I have a picture of a car, let's pretend, that I took in Florida with my dog in it. So when I have that picture, I may put that in an album labeled vacation, but it will be categorized and labeled by this method, that one picture as dog, because it sees a dog, car, because there's a car in it, Florida, because the picture was taken in Ocala, Florida. So then when I go to search and I search for Florida, I'll find that picture with the car and a couple other pictures from Florida. If I search for dog, that one picture will come up.
So it's not actually a duplicate of it. It's just
No,
different placement of
it's
it.
like, if I love libraries, if you remember the card catalog, that one book would have multiple cards. So if you were trying to find Stephen King, you could look for him under King, but you also wanted to read Christine. So maybe it would be listed under horror for subjects. So you could, it was multiply indexed, that one book that was on the shelf. And it's the same concept that iPhone is doing for you. It's making a card catalog of your books. And that's all built in. So that's a nice feature. And that's that, I call it the superpower box on the top left. And by exploring with that, it really does help you manage your photos, find your photos, takes the grunt out of going like this and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and trying to identify and delete your photos. So let's go into deleting photos. And I'm going to go back here and I'm going to share my phone again. Photos. Screen.
A couple of miscellaneous questions as well
Okay,
while you're doing that.
let's see.
I have this.
Start broadcast. Let's get here. So, right, so I did answer, it does not make duplicates. Okay, so now we've talked of all the different ways of seeing your photos. So let's talk about deleting them. All right, so I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to hit my superpower box, go to library because it brings up all my photos. And here, I want to get rid of this photo right here below my parents. If I press and hold that photo, I'll get a message over here. It says I can copy it, share it, favorite, or delete it. And I can go ahead and delete it. And that'll clear it out and make more space. I can do the same thing with this one. Delete. I can delete my photos. If I go, but if I don't want to do it one by one, if I hit select here, that gives me the option to pick multiples. So you see a little blue checkbox that's below that picture there. So I can go through and pick off the ones that I want to. Actually, that's a funny picture I'm going to show. And once it says 4 photos are selected at the bottom, I now have the option to hit the trash can. And it'll ask me, do I want to delete those 4 photos? And they're gone. Now remember, I need to go to my superpower box here and my recently deleted folder. Utilities has now shown up because I have recently deleted photos. I'm going to unlock it And here are all the photos that I just deleted. I can select them. And I can either recover them all, delete them all, or I could pick just certain ones. I'm like, oh, actually, I didn't want to delete that one. Please let me recover this one. Put that one back. And that will put it back into my active. Otherwise, if I wanted to clear out all of my items, I can go here and down to delete all. It'll ask me, do I want to? And now they're gone. After 30 days, they do get permanently deleted. The reason why I do it immediately is many times you get a message saying, sorry, can't do any updates, you're out of space, or sorry, this video is too long, or you can't take any more photos, there's just no more space. If you don't want to wait 30 days for them to finally disappear, you go there to trigger that immediately and open up the space right away. Because usually when you realize that you have no more space, it's kind of too late. So this is where you go to clear it out. And it will, after 30 days, automatically get rid of it for you. So let's see. I'm going to stop here. Very good. Okay, so let me look at the time here. That's what we got. It is 6:59. So at this point here, I'm going to switch over to Android and PCs. But before I do that, we'll see if we have any. Oh, John, thank you. Mi español es peor, pero practicar todos los días porque tengo muchos estudiantes hablantes españoles. Es más importante aprendo para mis estudiantes y sus familias. So, thank you, John.
It wasn't too bad at all, Pam. You said
Thank you.
it's
Thank
Spanish
you.
isn't so good. It was pretty good.
I'm working on it. I'm working
was
on
very
it.
good.
It's always clearer. Let's see. So Adelia is yes. And I'm going to give Adelia and Jude the best questions of the night award. Let's see, how do you sync photos in your iPad, iPhone, and MacBook without using additional storage if you're not moving photos to Amazon? Okay, I do not personally own a MacBook. I have PCs, so I can't demonstrate this for you tonight, but the tools that I just showed you on the iOS mimic exactly what is in MacBook. So if you open up your photo gallery in MacBook, Apple is really good at keeping things tight. Microsoft, Google, not so much. If they have one tool on one of their devices, it mimics the same thing across the way. If you have any trouble with it, though, I do have MacBooks at work. And if you can't find those same features, the icons are going to look a lot the same. I'll sit on one of those and I'll make a screencast for you and I'll email it to you if you have any trouble with that. But truly, the MacBooks are, I mean, there's a reason why you pay extra money for Apple sometimes. It's not just the hardware. They really are very good at keeping their software tight. So now here, thank you. Let's see, I have another meeting. Okay, thanks, Al. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jude. And I'm also right now, before anyone drops off, in case they can't, their email gets flagged with spam or something, this is for you. So now I'm going to go switch gears and go to my Android and answer any PC questions. So if you're done with your iPhones and you want to talk with me later, there's my email, and I'll be happy to do it. And you're also welcome to stick around and listen. But again, not hurt at all if you have to go. Next. So I'm going to now share my Android phone. And let's get that one up. Back to me. second. Hope I didn't hang it up by accident. This is here, this is here, 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 here. Second, I think I just have to, oh, there's my Zoom. And team chat, switch to my in progress. They have to rejoin my phone here a second, hang on. Back in, slip my phone back in. And feel free to put more questions while I'm fighting with my device here. Yeah, Nick. Got it. Okay, and share. Right. Okay, so this is my phone, and I'm going to go to the gallery on my phone, which for Android users looks like this red flower. It's going to take a moment right here. And this brings up my pictures. And as you can see, just like I was showing you with the iOS, at the bottom, there's albums. So it has my screenshots, my downloads, my quick shares, any albums that I want to create. I go up to the plus sign here. And I can hit plus and I can create a new album. And I can have auto updating album with an Android. So I can select certain people. So if I say, let me say dog from here, I can create. It'll go through and it'll find the people who appear the most in my phone. So there's my wonderful father, Vietnam veteran. I hit done. It will then create an album where my father shows up in every picture. So here's dad a bunch of times from the cruise and videos where he's been found. So using that plus sign, the auto updating album, now whenever I take a new picture of my father, it's automatically going to put it in this album called Dog. And then grouping, you can group albums together. So if I had pictures of my dad and my mom and my sister, and then I wanted to make the group family, here, I can create a family group and it'll automatically, every time I take those photos, sort them into the different albums for me. This is a feature that's not on the iOS that I really like on the Android phone. And then stories are things that are created by my phone. So frequently photographed, me, my dog. So they make these cute little albums for you that are already created. So that's where you have stories. Now down here, let me go click that again, excuse me. I have this little hamburger with a red dot next to it. Here, this is where I find my trash, like I was showing you with the iOS. This is where I can permanently delete items to open up space on my phone. And here we go. And now I've opened up space on my phone. So if I have that moment where it's saying I cannot update anymore, or I have no more space for photos, this is where you go to do that. So if I go now again to the hamburger, and I go to locations here on the very bottom, this is like the maps that I was showing you with iOS. This shows me the different places where I've been. There's Cayman Islands. This is Cuba, different. I didn't actually go to Cuba, I kind of sailed near it. So that's what showed up. So Hillsdale, so there's 3 pictures of Peekskill. So you can see the different locations to help you find your photos there too. All right, so that will help you organize your pictures. But then again, Whoops, wrong one. When I'm using my Amazon Photos, it does the same thing. So on my phone, I can have it by years, my memories, explore the day, shuffles, video moments. So you can sort and organize your items here in Amazon as well as your backup. Okay, I'm gonna go back here into here. So I'm going to pause for a moment and see if there's any questions so far about. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Adelia. Happy for future help as well. Okay. So my downloads. So that is how Android does it. It's not as, I'll say, it's not as sexy or as robust as the Apple, because Apple really is kind of the leader when it comes to many things here. When it comes to this. But this is the ways that you can organize things on your Android as well. So next up, I'm going to go on this computer here, and I'm going to go to Amazon Photos. And let me share my screen. Share. So if I go to photos.amazon.com. This is where I have my unlimited photo storage for Prime members, and it is full resolution photos, and they will allow up to 5 gig of video. Once the 5 gig of video is up, you can either delete videos or you can buy more space, or I will download them onto my computer. Let me just go here. So you see prints, storage, apps. So if I go to storage, go here, sign in. Oop, a second. My password changed on this computer. Let's probably use Jim's, sign in. What? Yeah, a second. I just have to look up my password.
While you're getting there, Pam, I think it's going to be the same as if you logged in your PC for Google Photos as well, right?
Yep.
Is it for people who don't have Amazon Prime? Because I can do Google Photos on my PC as well. I just go Google Photos.
Google Photos,
yeah.
and it brings it up, and then it gives you the option to download an app or a desktop app. You don't have to. You can use the browser too. And the Google Photos will work the same way.
Mhm.
You know, it's the same principle of putting it up on the cloud, which pretty much means that you are sending your, oh, there we go, got it. You're sending your photos to be stored on the computers over at Amazon rather than taking up space on your computer or your phone. One second, security code. Let's get that. Zoom in. When we get into, I'm comfortable sharing this because this code's going to stop. It's disappear in 42 seconds. So, okay. So you can see here that I have my video storage is almost full. I have unlimited photos. It tells me what's backed up. I have a Fire device and here. So I can upgrade my video storage if I want to. But here, these are my photos. So you can see here, I've got my, here's the lettuce that I've taken photos of. Here's the pictures from my family. Now, if I decided that I wanted to download items here, I could check, select download, and now I can download all of these items that have come up from my phone, have come up from my Fire, have come up from my different devices. I can download them and put them here safe on my computer if I wanted to, or if I decided I'm canceling my Prime membership, I'm done, and I want all my photos, you can do that there. So you can grab them there. If I wanted to add photos from my computer, I have an add button right here, and I can upload my photos. Or if I wanted to, I can install the app, either my PC or my Mac. So if I add and upload photos, I can then go ahead and pick photos. Picture here. Open. And now I've backed up this item onto the cloud, and I can delete it off of my computer to open up space. So I can have this photo saved there. The family vault is how you can have multiple pictures from other people who also have Amazon accounts. You can kind of have a gang photo area where everyone shares their items. So instead of emailing your photos back and forth to each other or text messaging them, you can use with the app the family vault, and that way you can all share your photos back and forth that way as well. So once you have items here on your Amazon, or if you're using Google Photos, and Google Photos, the login is going to be the same as your Gmail account, or however you get into Gmail. You'll see here, it's the same kind of thing. It's upload, sharing, utilities, archive. It gives me the option to automatically upload my photos from my computer. If I were to say get started, it will prompt me to install the Drive app on either my phone or here. So this works the same way. It will automatically upload everything that you have. Obviously, my husband likes to work with cars. It will do that there. So once an item is up on your cloud, there you can open up the space on your physical devices and open up your storage. So when it comes to the point where it's time to buy a new phone, it's time to buy a new computer, and you're looking at the phone and you're like, I'm out of space, I better buy the 16 gig, or I better buy the 32 gig. I better spend that extra $100, $200. Honestly, by taking the time to go through all your photos and stuff, you may find that you'll save yourself a lot of money. And it may even justify, you know, upgrading your Amazon account or paying for the Google Photos. Now, Beth asks, how do you move your Google Photos to Amazon Prime storage? It's a good question. What you would have to do is select all your photos. You're going to have to do this from a computer on Google Photos, just by select, download the whole kit and caboodle. And then once it's on your computer, your Amazon app, if you install that, it's automatically going to grab all new photos. So all you have to do is download the Google Photos, and then your Amazon app will take it.
It'll automatically grab it from your computer, from your desktop, or wherever. Okay.
Wherever, if you download to your desktop and you have the Amazon desktop app, Photos app on your computer, it's set to detect new photos. It'll just automatically send it up to the cloud as a backup, which, you know, for many people, the photos on your computers or devices are absolutely precious. So that moment where you've left your phone at the post office and now it's gone, or you spilled coffee on your computer and I've lost all my photos, and you just, in your moment, you could think of, oh my God, I can't believe all those photos, they're gone. And, you know, it's upsetting. I like this because as soon as I take a picture, it's like, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's gone, it's gone. And it's like a safe way that you don't have that moment of, oh God, it's all gone. It's just all gone. So you still have to figure out all your contacts. You know, that's a different class on backing up your contacts, but this is a way that, you know, from the bottom of your heart that everything is safe, and it's automatically, as soon as you take a picture, it's going to go.
Unless Amazon goes out of business, which is not going to happen. I know.
Not going to happen. I want more stock in them. They better stick around. Pam wants to retire someday. So that would be a good thing. Okay, so I have a question here about iCloud. So phones aren't synced between your phone and cloud. So you delete from your phone, you also remove from the cloud. Yes, and that's true, Tammy. I've seen that. They just, they want everything to always be synced. And it's like, they're not thinking of it as you managing your storage, because Apple really wants you to keep buying iCloud. So they don't allow you. So you end up having a copy of that photo on your iPad, a copy of that photo on your MacBook, a copy of that photo on your iPad, and it's just being synced. So it's always that right across. So this is why I like using this as a backup, because then you can clear out your iCloud. The iCloud's a great thing for a backup, but they really do make a lot of money on people upgrading their iCloud storage. Because as soon as you're out, you don't know what to do. It's just, I better just upgrade. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know how to fix it. I use one of the other cloud options instead. And then I feel very comfortable deleting it from my iPad, because I know it's safe at a different location. And I get to manage my my stuff. So yeah, anyway, so let's see. So I think we're just a little bit over time. I'm going to stick around. I will answer as many questions as I can until.
Excuse me. Somebody did ask if don't your photos get permanently deleted after a period of time?
Mhm. That's
They
true.
do.
When you mark something as delete on your phone, it's going to stay in that little pen waiting to be completely deleted. In 30 days, it'll be gone. It'll clear out.
But not your regular, your
No.
other photos that you don't delete won't get deleted.
No, you have to, and it'll ask you twice.
Okay,
So
yes,
you can
yes.
just like delete it and like, it's just gone. You'll hit to delete and say, are you sure? And
Yes.
it'll make you click again.
I love that.
Yeah, it saves me too, because I can't tell you how many times I put it in my pocket and it's like a butt dial. It's actually a butt delete. So it does save me from myself as well. So
Thank
but yeah,
you.
you have to, but after you've done that 2 times, delete. Yeah, really delete. In 30 days, it's really going to be gone.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to stop recording now. So, I mean, you can certainly continue with questions and answers, but I'm going to stop the
Yeah.
recording. And the recording will be available on the library site. I'm not sure how quickly, but in a couple of days it'll be there. So, you know,
Yeah, it'll be on the the Columbia County Library's website.
not our site.
Well, we will link to it, but it will be ColumbiaCountyLibraries.org. Everybody can access it there.
Great. Okay, stop recording.
Columbia County Libraries. And